my content is mainly interview based. I put myself in weird and wonderful situations to experience as much as I possibly can and also hear people's stories. I go to various weird and wacky conventions around the UK. So I've been wife carrying, I've been to tattoo conventions, I've been to dog conventions, I've been to a porn convention, which was quite interesting. And the idea is to go to these places and not to make fun of these people who obviously have a great passion for whatever it is, but to try and learn a little bit more why they like it so much and hopefully get involved as much as I can. It's inoffensive, light-hearted content. That's probably how I describe it. Probably the Paris fashion show video is probably the most nervous I've ever been for a video. I had a real break in kind of YouTube with another two content creators called Zach and Jay, and we did some videos where we kind of gate crashed fashion weeks around the world. So we did London and we did Paris. And I think that's been the most nervous I've ever been whilst filming a video, because that was very off brand for me. Normally I'm very much in control. Like I'm the one who's interviewing. I can decide who I chat to. But in those instances where we were basically like trying to get a fake model into all of these fashion shows, I really had no idea what was going to happen. So I was really, really nervous. But in terms of my videos, I went to Vegas for the Porn Awards in January, and I went by myself, not knowing how it was going to turn out. I got a cameraman from Instagram, from the hashtag filmmakers of Las Vegas. And so the ball was very much in my court, and also everyone there, they had no idea what was going on. So just having to chat to them, they were being really sexual regardless of what I asked. And so trying to have a normal conversation with a porn star was an interesting experience. So I was initially studying economics and finance. And then about 6 months into doing that, I thought, no, not for me. So I changed to English Lit, not really knowing what I wanted to do. So I knew I wanted to go into presenting. So I did kind of a lot of radio production work. I worked for a hospital radio station for a long, long time. And I was thinking that I was going to go into radio presenting at some point. And then the YouTube stuff starting, and then that kicked off in a way. And now I'm doing stand-up comedy. I've got a 50-minute show that I was going to be taking up to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in August, but obviously that's been cancelled. So that's going to be next year. So there's very much been a change of direction from presenting more into comedy, but also keeping the presenting stuff on the side with all the unconventional stuff. I think the Zach and Jay video was pretty cool, purely because of the amount of numbers that we hit for that video. I mean, it was like 17 million, I think, on YouTube. I went around the world in 10 days using just my phone to pay for everything. And so I went from London to Amsterdam the wrong way around the world, just using my phone to pay for everything. That was quite impressive. And my most recent one, getting myself on billboards completely for free when brands pay thousands of pounds for the privilege.
You've been on telly recently. Do you not see TV as impressive as it used to be?
No, I don't think it is as impressive as it used to be. I was there with something just a little bit different that they could talk about. I was on Lorraine for like 5 minutes at the beginning of lockdown because I made a silly video which their producers saw and picked up. But I think that it's pretty easy, I think, now to get on mainstream TV if you have a story that is relatively interesting that they'll be interested about. So getting in contact with producers and stuff, I think, is a lot easier than there ever has been, as long as you've got a quirky story, as it was. Oh, much harder, much harder. Like when it first started, I was like, I'll be fine. I'll be able to do kind of Zoom calls, or I'll be able to kind of talk to people over Omegle or chat roulette. But I realized very, very quickly after doing a few filming days of that, you cannot get that same connection over a video call. So I realized that my thing was going to have to change quite quickly. So my last 3 videos have been something that I tried something a little bit new. And luckily the audience has enjoyed it and stuck with me. But there is a real danger that they see you as the guy that does all the interview stuff. That's Max, who does the interviews. And switching over can be quite dangerous, that your audience just doesn't come with you because they don't see it as the thing that they've subscribed for in the first place, which is completely fair play. Yeah, I think commentary, I have thought about the commentary YouTube side of things, and those guys, they obviously bang views with those kind of videos. But the reason they do that is because I think they initially started as being the commentary guys. They were commentary YouTubers, and commentary YouTube is so much harder than those guys make it appear. They are absolute pros at what they do, because I've tried it. I've sat in front of a camera and something on a laptop and tried to make funny comments about it. It is really hard. I think there's a lot of that on the YouTube space at the moment, the commentary stuff. I think breaking into that market would take a long, long time. So I'm just going to try and stick to my guns. The future of YouTube. I think there will be more companies getting involved with production side of YouTube. So I think we will see at the top level an increase of production levels when it comes to making videos. So a lot more YouTube original series that look like they could be put on mainstream TV. From an advertiser and from a kind of production point of view, it makes so much more sense to put money into YouTubers who are a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the effort, but there are some creators who are putting like billions of views. So it seems like I think there's going to be more of a shift from mainstream media onto YouTube. I think that I'm relatively old for the YouTube space. I'm 25, so I look around. Kind of all my competitors are in their early 20s, if not late teens. I'd like to stay on YouTube for as long as I can. I think people have shelf lives on YouTube, so that's why I'm trying to learn as many new skills as I can, like stand up, so I can have an hour show that I can pitch to producers, TV producers. My presenting skills as well. Hopefully, I'm honing them. My interview-based skills. I'd love to get a slot or a section on a daily news or a daily kind of entertainment show where I'm the man in the field interviewing people, and then hopefully kind of go into mainstream media.